This year we have our finalist Jamie's Mirror by Savannah Cook, Lure by Chuck McClellan, and The Collectors by Brian Pollock. I'm now going to turn things over to Jim Breckenridge to introduce you to our table read cast. Jim, the floor is yours.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome being here and joining our festival's first year being hosted by the County Theater. What a treat. This evening, we're going to hear scripts read from our 3 screenplay finalists and give you an inside look into a very valuable step in the development of any screenplay, the table read. A table read is one of the most important steps in pre-production process for any feature film, TV series, or stage production. It offers the opportunity for both cast and crew to hear the play actually read out loud, and often for the very first time. So whether you're a beginning writer or an industry veteran, table reads provide valuable insights into a script's potential success, and writers regularly use them to help fine-tune their stories and sharpen their dialogue and make any necessary adjustments before it gets expensive and the camera rolls. A table read or read-through is simply an organized reading in a script in which the speaking part, the stage directions, and the scene headings are all read out loud, so we know where we are, who's speaking, and the action of the scene. So let's meet our actors very quickly. We'll be reading our first script. Peter Biscayr, Owen Corey, Matt Kiesling, Mary Hofstadter, Carter Harris, and Victor Rodriguez. And by the way, we must thank Ken Kaiser, producing director of the Bristol Riverside Theater, who was our casting director this year and actually helped make this read possible. My name is Jim Breckenridge, and I'll be also humbly joining in the reading. So without further ado, first up, Jamie's Mirror by Savannah Cook in our college narrative category. Interior, Debbie's room, night. A studio apartment that is dimly lit. There's a wooden table with one chair, a rickety bed, and peeling wallpaper. A floor-length mirror is nailed to the center of the wall. Debbie, off screen.
You can't do this. I can't afford to live anywhere else. You know that.
That's not my problem.
Are you serious?
You out by tomorrow.
A door slams, and Debbie, 28, tired eyes in waitress uniform, comes in and drops her bag on the floor and slumps into her chair. For a moment, she sits with her head in her hands. Interior, Jamie's room, night, on the other side of the mirror. Jamie's room and Debbie's room are connected by the floor-length mirror. Debbie's room can be seen through the glass. It is a view from Jamie's room. Debbie is still sitting with her head in her hands. A young boy's hand reaches up and presses against the glass. The room is dark, and the silhouettes of the 3 bunk beds can be seen in the background. Jamie, a young boy, 8, with innocent and curious eyes, has his hand on the glass. He looks longingly at the mirror and sees Debbie in it as if it were a TV screen. She is slumped in the same position. He holds a stuffed bunny in his hands and has a bruise on his cheek. Intercut, Jamie and Debbie's rooms. Debbie gets out of her chair, walks off, and then comes back a second later with a bottle of beer in her hand. She sits down.
No, we can't outdoor.
Use the microphone. Okay.
Debbie looks at the full-length mirror as if she heard something, but only sees her own reflection. Multiple empty bottles now sit on the table, and Debbie leans over in her chair. Jamie sits still on the other side of the mirror and watches her. Debbie looks over a stack of bills on the table and slowly starts to cry. Jamie looks concerned.
She's so sad.
Debbie drunkenly rubs her eyes and looks around like she heard something. Tears run down her face. Jamie considers for a moment.
Hi, Mommy.
Debbie looks at the mirror and sees him sitting there and stumbles back a little, knocks over beer bottles.
Shit! Oh my god! God!
It's okay, Mommy.
Mommy! Who the hell? I must be so fucking drunk.
Will you talk to me?
Debbie drunkenly trips backwards.
No!
Are you still scared?
I never get scared.
Are you drunk? One of the other kids says his mom only talked to him when she was drunk. I'm gonna get in so much trouble if Bus catches me.
Who the hell is Bus?
The foster mom, she bought me and the other boys to take care of us.
Other boys?
There's 5 of us. They don't like me because I still have mom.
You what?
You. I see you every day, but Bus tells me not to talk to the mirror. She says she'll hit me if I do, but she already did today.
She drunkenly smiles, but it quickly fades.
Things are tough all over, kid. I guess I'm homeless tomorrow unless I want to sleep behind the bar at my shit job.
Debbie takes a drink. Jamie looks at her innocently.
You're homeless? That's exactly what Bus said you'd be like.
Debbie stares forward.
I don't think I like Bus.
Me either. She also says you gave me away because I'm ugly.
Getting drunk used to be fun. Now my guilt trips turn into little people that talk to me. I didn't want to give you up. I was too young. I didn't have any money. Your dad was a shithead.
It's okay, Mommy.
I'm not your mom.
The quiet of the moment is broken.
You're not real. I'm homeless and going fucking insane, and for some reason my mind said now would be a good time to think about the mistake that took my whole life and beat it to shit.
But you are my mom. I have your picture right here. It's all you left me.
Jamie reaches beside him, holds up a picture of both of them, and Jamie is a newborn. There's fear in his eyes.
I know that's all I left him. Would you just shut up?
Mommy, it's okay. I'm still here.
Oh my god.
You can come get me.
Everything freezes. Debbie stares, dumbfounded.
What?
Jamie looks at her with pleading eyes.
You know I'm still here. You can come get me.
Debbie breaks and stands up.
I know you're still out there. I know this is the shit life you have, but this is the shit life that I have. You want to come live in this?
Mommy, please.
I'm not your mother. I'm not anyone's mother. I gave you up. I gave everything up. I've been here for 6 years. I'm homeless. I gave birth when I was just a kid, and I have nothing to show for it. I lost you.
Please.
I lost you.
Please don't leave me.
In her drunken rage, she picks up a wooden chair and flings it at the mirror. The glass shatters, and on Debbie's side, the frame is empty. She stares at it, mortified. Interior, Jamie's room, immediately afterward, that night. The glass is cracked on Jamie's side. He looks in shock for a moment, then cries and bangs his hands on the glass.
Come back. Mommy, come back.
He sits back in utter shock. Footsteps come from the stairs. The door opens. Bus's silhouette cast on the floor, haloed by a hallway light. Bus, off screen.
What the hell is going on?
Jamie looks lost in fear.
She's gone.
What, is this about your damn mom in the mirror?
Jamie shakes his head, tears streaming down his face.
I don't have one.
What?
I don't have one.
Bus's silhouette nods for a second.
I'm glad. Are you finally done talking to the damn thing?
No, I can't talk to her.
Fade out. So Carter, you're welcome to leave us at this point. Carter has another appointment, probably doing another reading. I have an audition. Thanks for being here. Our next screenplay today is entitled Lure by Chuck McClellan. He's also in our emerging narrative category, so let's take a listen and enjoy Chuck's screenplay, Lure. Fade in. Exterior, suburban neighborhood, day. Sultry, humid air hangs over the backyards of nicely appointed middle-class homes, some with in-ground pools. A clattering noise is heard from inside one of the garages, as if someone is rooting around for something. Interior, garage, continuous. Inside his disheveled garage, Ted, 30, roots through boxes, bushel baskets, and lawn equipment. Dressed in a tank top and cutoffs, he stops and wipes his sweaty forehead.
Where the hell did I put all that crap? Geez, guess I'll have to go all the way to the hardware store to buy a new one. Ah, there you are.
He goes to the corner, pushes away some empty boxes, and picks up a Japanese beetle trap, an attached disposable plastic bag, and a metal stake.
Whoa, gonna be another scorcher.
Exterior, backyard, continuous. As Ted walks down the hilly backyard, he watches the beetles swarm overhead, gliding through a sea of humidity.
Enjoy yourselves, guys. You're getting yours soon enough.
As he reaches the bottom of the hill, he sees his next-door neighbor, Vince, also 30, attaching his own trap and plastic bag to a stake in the ground. Vince also wears shorts, but unlike Ted, who is kept in fairly good shape, his tank top barely covers his beer belly. Dripping with sweat, Vince looks up and sees Ted carrying his equipment.
So I see Gail's already giving you your weekend chores, buddy.
Yeah, sure has. Gotta keep them pesky bugs off her precious roses.
He spits.
Same with Louise's precious gardenias.
Like we don't already have enough to do.
Yeah, like catch a game and have a beer.
Ah, right you are.
And what do our wives do while we're sweating our brains out here for them?
They all go off shopping to some air-conditioned mall.
We're here to do battle with these annoying beasties. Prepare to die, you maggots.
Vince, they're beetles.
Whatever.
Without warning, a beetle suddenly dive bombs into Vince's matted hair.
For Christ's sakes, get off me, you bastard!
Finally, Vince manages to pluck the beetle out of his hair, breaks its back between his finger and thumb, then flings it away. Ted winces.
Yeah, gross.
You're telling me. God, they get worse every year, don't they? Now, where were we? Oh, right. You were about to set up your own battle station.
He watches as Ted plants his stake, then attaches the trap and dangling bag.
There, that does it.
You forgot the lure.
What?
The lure.
What?
The sex lure. That's what attracts them.
Damned if I don't. Guess I'll have to go all the way to the hardware store to after all.
No problem, buddy. I got an extra one. Here, catch.
Thanks. Put it on my tab.
He pulls back the lid on the packet, attaches it to the yellow flanges on his trap.
Woo! Forgot how powerful that smell was.
Ah, the smell of sex. That's what drives those buggers bazoo. Speaking of which, you seen our new neighbor yet? Don't look now, buddy boy, but she's sunning her beautiful bod on her patio.
What?
He turns his head and looks up the hill. There he sees a sleek, olive-skinned woman basking in the midday sun, shimmering in the haze like some precious underwater gem just waiting to be picked up. His jaw drops open.
Close your mouth, buddy boy, before the bugs start to drop in. Not bad, huh? Maybe we should go up and welcome her to the neighborhood. You know what I mean?
I don't know. She looks awfully young.
Look, if it's Gail and Louise you're worried about, they won't be back for hours. Come on, it'll be fun.
Ted thinks for a moment as the sound of beetles plopping one by one into their traps fill the air.
Okay. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Attaboy.
As they walk back up the hill, Ted pulls in his stomach, hoping he doesn't look as ludicrous as Vince with his beer belly protruding outside the bottom of his tank top. Exterior patio, continuous. As they arrive on the patio, Vince stumbles, causing the woman to turn and stare at them.
Ooh, sorry, miss. We didn't mean to scare you.
She doesn't look especially frightened to me. Hi, I'm Ted.
And I'm Vince. We're neighbors, don't you know? Maybe she doesn't speak English. There's something foreign about her.
Suddenly, the woman gets up and runs inside her house.
Now look what you've done. You frightened her off.
I don't think so. Look.
The woman stands framed in the doorway, beckoning them with one hand, and then slips back inside.
Oh, buddy, what the hell are we waiting for?
Interior, suburban house, continuous. As they enter the house, the door slams behind them, plunging the room into semi-darkness.
Hey, what gives?
I don't know. Where's that woman?
What's that smell?
Smells like,
Before he can finish, the floor underneath them starts to shake violently and then begins to open up with a loud bang. Ted and Vince try to hold on for dear life,
Help!
Somebody help us, please!
but they begin to lose their grip on the slippery floor and finally plunging into the depths below.
Ah!
Interior pit, continuous. They land with a thud into the pit, joining fellow males, writhing in the smelly muck and screaming at the top of their lungs. Exterior, patio, continuous. The woman stands there, deep in thought, watching her species swarm around the traps the humans have set.
Look at these fools. They were warned, but they still ignore us.
She touches the muscles of her new face.
But my transformation has been a success. Soon others like me will join in our war against humans. Soon we will be avenged.
She lies down on the lounge chair, looks out, forms a human smile, and waits. Fade to black. This is The Collectors by Brian Pollock, who's in our emerging narrative category. So let's all sit back or lean forward and enjoy Brian's screenplay, The Collectors. Fade in. Exterior, wooded road, dusk. The eerie sound of silence fills the foggy air of this desolate road. Headlights are seen far in the distance from an approaching van roaring closer. Noise from the van grows quickly. As it begins to pass, we briefly see the words, "The Collectors," written on the side door, and then off into the distance it goes. Interior, van, dusk. Now inside the racing van, we find Travis, a well-built male, late 40s, in the driver's seat. Travis was a former military tracker, now turned bounty hunter. Focused on the road, Travis glances at the steering column where he is scratching off a lotto ticket. The sound of heavy breathing is heard, and it seems to be aggravating Travis. He glances over to his right, where we see Carlo, an overweight male, 30s, struggling to breathe as he eats his sandwich, but unfortunately half of it is already falling on his messy clothes. Travis turns back to his lotto ticket as he scratches off the last numbers. Realizing he lost, he drops it on top of several other losing tickets laying on the floor. We hear Bug, short, creepy looking, in the back seat. Bug, off screen.
You know, you are the sexiest prisoner I've ever seen.
Travis adjusts the rearview mirror. We now see Bug sitting next to Laura Lee, skinny, young, who seems to look very innocent and unassuming.
Trust me, I've seen a lot, but nothing like you, huh?
The sound of heavy breathing is getting worse. Travis turns back to Carlo.
Can you stop making those noises?
When I eat, I have trouble breathing.
That's your body screaming for you to stop eating.
Hey, you know what? You should get that surgery.
What are you talking about?
You know, the surgery that makes you Not so fat anymore.
What, a tummy tuck?
No, the other one.
Lipo.
No, the gas pass thing.
He's talking about a gastro bypass.
You shut that whore mouth of yours, okay? No one asked you nothing.
Travis fixed the rearview mirror to keep an eye on what's going on. Laura Lee lifts her hands as a gesture, sorry, revealing the handcuffs on her wrists.
I was just trying to help.
Oh, hell. It's just trying to help.
You seem to need help.
Nobody needs your help, okay?
Bug puts
You want to
his-
help me?
Bug puts his hand around Laura Lee, slowly trying to lower her head to his lap.
Why don't you lower down those pretty lips of yours and give me a little help down there?
Laura Lee gives a devilish smile.
Surely, I can help with that.
No, ma'am, you will not. Guess you didn't read her full profile now, did you?
Bug lets go of Laura Lee.
I read it. She's a killer and a puta. So what?
Yes, she is a killer and a whore. The so what part about is what you might want to learn about. Laura Lee escaped from death row.
Yeah, I know. I ain't dumb.
But do you know how?
Flashback. Interior, jail hallway, night. Laura Lee is kissing a guard, male, mid-50s, who's leaning against the wall.
She was having an affair with one of the guards. Really made him feel special. Time and time again. So special he let up his defenses.
Laura Lee takes off his gun belt and starts lowering her head out of camera as she pulls off his pants.
And then, when the time was just right and no one else was around, just as she was making him feel special,
Guard starts screaming.
she bit his white bread Kentucky carrot clean off.
Laura Lee stands back with her mouth covered in blood as the guard is ravaged in pain. Flashback ends. Interior van, dusk.
And ate it faster than Carlo ate that here sandwich.
Chomp, chomp.
Bug stares at Laura Lee as she offers him an innocent smile.
Before he could call for help, she slashed his throat and escaped out the back.
That is one hell of a so what.
So this pretty face did all that?
You don't believe them, do you?
Laura Lee smiles and then lunges at him with her mouth open, revealing her rotten teeth and bloody gums. A cocking gun is heard. Laura Lee looks toward the front to see the barrel of a gun being held by Travis, right in her face. Travis watches her from the rearview mirror.
Now that might not be in your best interest.
Why the hell do I have to listen to you? You're just a delivery man. You ain't my warden.
No, I am not your warden. I am your captor, and you are my captured. Now, I was offered $100,000 for bringing you back alive. $75,000 if you are dead. $25,000 is a lot of money to lose, but it might be worth it to see your brains against that there back window. Not sure what to do. $100,000 it is.
Travis pulls the gun back down. There's a moment of silence in the vehicle, and then Laura Lee lunges at Travis, putting her cuff chains around his neck. Travis loses control of the van as he turns back to fight her off. The van veers off the road, smashing into a tree. Exterior, side of wooded road, dusk. Steam pours out of the crushed hood as we see all four inside the van, crashed. Bloody and half conscious, Laura Lee opens the door and exits the now mangled vehicle. Bug attempts to grab her, but he's in too much pain. She slowly struggles to walk toward the woods as a gunshot goes off, strikes the tree next to her. She turns to see Travis laying in the dirt road, aiming a gun towards her. Bug and Carlo slowly exit the vehicle as Laura Lee makes it into the woods. Exterior, woods, dusk. The foggy woods cloak the escape path of Laura Lee as the three bounty hunters search the grounds. They're separated by a few trees. Travis runs up to Carlo.
She can't be much more south. I saw a steep ridge. Grab Bug and push her that way.
You got it.
Carlo, breathing heavily, heads toward Bug. Seeing Bug in the distance, Carlo decides to stop and whistle to him.
Hey, head back this way.
Bug puts his hands up, not quite understanding. Suddenly, An unknown figure pulls Bug from behind a tree and he disappears into the dark with a final... Laura Lee hears the scream echo through the woods. She starts to pick up her pace. Travis is watching her from a distance through binoculars as a hand grabs him from behind. It's Carlo.
Bug is gone.
What the hell do you mean? And what was the scream before?
It was Bug. Something grabbed him and he
A
disappeared.
man doesn't just disappear.
Travis goes to look through the binoculars again, and Laura Lee is no longer there.
God damn it! Head down the hill and I'll come back around the back way. The bitch is down there somewhere. And listen!
Travis turns to face Carlo, and his speech is cut off. His face turns to stone cold scared as you hear Carlo being dragged away screaming. Laura Lee, who is hiding behind a tree, tries to break a branch into a usable weapon. She hears someone running behind her. Keeping hidden, she sees Travis pass. He turns quickly as he spotted Laura Lee from the corner of his eye.
Stay back. I'll kill you.
Laura Lee displays a long, sharp stick.
Something is here, in these woods. Something unnatural.
You ain't fooling me. I ain't your captured anymore.
Get out of these woods. Save yourself.
Travis starts running away slowly as Laura Lee looks on. Travis looks to head back up the hill. We see something behind a tree.
No. No!
A dark shadow grabs him, pulls him out of sight. Laura Lee watches in horror. She turns and runs up the hill. Exterior wooded road, night. She reaches the road as her running slows down. Finally, she comes to a stop, just feet away from the van. Her face confused as she sees Travis, Carlo, and Bug all dead inside. Looking toward her seat in the van, Laura Lee sees herself, bleeding profusely and gasping for air as blood comes out of her mouth. She slowly walks closer, scared and confused, watching herself slowly die. Now, inches away, Laura Lee sees herself look up out of the hunk of metal and gasp her final breath. Laura Lee stands over the van, looking in as a shadow grows over the van. Turning in pure fear, she encounters a dark, shadowy figure leaning over her. It is death, taking her soul away. Fade to black. Well, thank you guys. That includes this year's table read, and we thank the cast. And certainly all of you. It is always nice to have an audience. And a big thanks to our performers and our talented screenwriters, from whom all blessings flow. Once again, I'm Jim Breckenridge on behalf of the Play Crafters Group, and I'm here tonight to hand out the awards for our screenplay finalists. You have them?
Oh, somewhere.
And we actually have them. So without further ado, on behalf of this year's screenwriting judges, we now welcome into the winner's circle the finalist award for third place, a person who's no stranger to these proceedings. The screenplay takes place on a hot, sultry day as two neighbors try to rid their yards of Japanese beetles. And that ain't all. The title of the screenplay is Lure, so please give us a hand to our emerging artist winner, Chuck McClellan. Yeah, watch your slip there. It's the way down. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you. And now let us salute our second place winner. This screenplay concerned, but how many of you had a chance to look at the table read? Some. I think that's rather a unique opportunity to actually sit in and see a table read of new scripts. I don't know of any other film festival that does it. They may. I'm not aware of any. Where was I? Second place winner. The screenplay concerns bounty hunters and their attempt to bring back their prisoner through a dark wooded road until the attempted escape brings them all to face their fate. The screenplay was written by Brian Pollock. It's entitled The Collectors. So Brian, if you're here, come on down. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Good work. I like his style, yes. And last, I wonder who we have. Screenplay is entitled Jamie's Mirror, about a woman who confronts guilt she harbors for abandoning her son in an episode of questionable sanity and reality. So if Savannah Cook is here, we welcome you down to the winner's circle. Savannah? Well, the award entitles her to 2 hours of private consultation to brainstorm and explore new ideas, past, present, or future, and a check in the amount of $300 to further encourage her in her writing. So many congrats to Savannah, who we will see gets awarded properly, our other screenwriters, and to all the winners this evening. Thank you for being a part of this year's festival.